Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name's Michaela and I make diamond painting videos here on this channel, and you might be asking, Michaela, why is your canvas upside down? Not upside down, flipped around. The reason it's flipped around is because I wanted to give ample spoiler warnings in case you just didn't, see the thumbnail or the title of this video. But today I'm going to be doing a post review of my Halloween mystery kit by Bonnie White and Diamond Art Club. What mystery kit number is it? Let me check the sticker thing here in my logbook just to get the number correct. This is mystery kit number 61. Again, Halloween by Bonnie White. So if you are not interested in seeing this canvas at all, please click away now because I will be flipping this over in about 20 seconds here. So thank you for attempting to tune in, but I'll catch you in the next video. But yeah, today I'll be going through my Halloween mystery kit by Bonnie White. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and please click out if you do not want to see the canvas because it's about to be shown in 3, 2, 1. Let's get into it. Okay, you guys, my mystery canvas is complete. OMG, look how good this looks. Let me give you guys just a quick pan, and then in a minute here I'll just insert an entire photo because it is really hard to get the entire thing in frame, but this turned out beautifully. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Okay, I'm gonna pop in a picture of the entire thing in frame because you guys are not able to see the entire thing, but let me just do some stats here, or read off some stats here real quick. Like I said, this is mystery kit number 61, Halloween by Bonnie White. This came in at a 35.4 by 27.6 inch or 89.9 by 69.9 centimeter square diamonds. All of Diamond Art Club's mystery kits come in square diamonds because square diamonds sit flush against each other, and basically this canvas, when we started out, and actually if we look at the symbols over here at the bottom right hand side of the canvas, they're all in black and white. That's how the symbols were on the canvas. There were splotches of color, and I do have an unboxing video for this as well if you want to see the blank canvas. There were splotches of color. You really wanted to focus on the symbol, not the color, but there was no color on the canvas, so meaning there was basically either white or like a blue or like a green behind, but like it wasn't a color that matched what the drill was going to be, right? And round diamonds, if this were a round drill canvas, you would actually be able to see that white behind and it wouldn't look nearly as good. So yeah, all of Diamond Art Club's canvases mystery kits are squares for that reason, but this turned out so beautiful, you guys. I really truly am so excited that I'm able to complete, call this a finish and have completed it. This canvas was really a labor of love, and I enjoyed every single second of it. I wasn't fully sure going in on if I'd love mystery kits. I wasn't sure, right? And it's a good thing that I do love them because this was a ton of fun and I have a bunch still in my collection, so that's perfect. And I definitely will not be afraid to buy more in the future, again, because this turned out so beautiful. If you guys don't know, actually, when I started my YouTube channel, I did a lot of Disney mystery coloring, which is basically these color by number books, and you can look on my channel, you'll find the videos. They're basically coloring books, they're color by number books, they're mysteries. And you don't know what you're coloring, you have the solutions in the back, but you really don't know what you're coloring until you color it. And I was like, well, I did really like those. I don't really color much anymore. I did really like those, and so I'm wondering if diamond painting mysteries would kind of scratch that itch of it's a mystery, you don't know what it is, but it's diamond painting, and you guys know I'm obsessed with diamond painting, and yeah, I really truly think that scratched that itch, and I had so much fun with this painting. How I worked on this painting was bottom left to top right, but by the time I got into the last three rows of the canvas, goodness, I kind of attempted to take a nap this afternoon and I woke up just more confused than anything else. The last 3 rows of the canvas, I decided instead of continuing in rows that I would start going up in columns for the rest of the canvas, because toward the bottom, really truly not a ton of these sky blues were used. A lot of this was just strictly in the sky. Obviously I used some of the blues here in this building, which by the way, diamond painting buildings, so much fun. I worked on Springtime Splendor by Randall Spangler a couple of years ago and had a very similar fun experience. Diamond painting buildings is so fun. Coloring buildings, no. Diamond painting buildings, that's where it's at. Tons of like line blocking, but there was also a good bit of confetti in like some of the roofing areas. That's another thing about this canvas particularly is this canvas had actually a really good mix of color blocking and confetti, but I will say that this was majority confetti. You had some line blocking very specifically in like the building over here, the houses like over here, some line blocking, and in here too, you had a ton of color blocking in the sky. That's where you found a lot of the color blocking. And then again with the confetti kind of going on in the grass over here and all of the people in this little town just like doing their trick-or-treating. And can I just say that I'm obsessed with this pumpkin head kid. It was one of the first things I did on this canvas and I love him. Also, I remember when I did the first couple of sections, it must have been right over here. I remember doing the pair of jeans, okay, on the pumpkin kid and going, it's a pair of pants. It was very exciting to like see something come to life and just like, I don't know, seeing this entire canvas come from, you know, a black and white canvas to turning into this beautiful, beautiful masterpiece was just so fun. I bet you there were some times along the way that I definitely messed up somewhere, but listen, you can't tell. And who knows, maybe I didn't, but I feel like I must have at some point. But yeah, this canvas, so much fun. And I totally recommend a mystery kit like this one as your first mystery kit. Of course, you know, there's some people who go into mystery kits totally blind, so you don't necessarily know if it's going to turn out like this. But diamond paintings with a bunch of little like objects and items just makes it so much more fun, right? Because like I said before, like when I was diamond painting, I was like, oh my God, pants. It was just fun because I'm like, I can see things come to life, you know, and some of these sections weren't quite like that. Like over here, I mean, I guess you have some like pumpkins and stuff, but like when I finished, like, let's say like right here, I'd be like, okay, well, we have like some brick and like some grass, which isn't as fun, but still is fun. But it is really cool and satisfying to have like little bits of these, I guess, parts of the canvas just come to life and see the artwork come to life. It's just so much fun. And Bonnie White's artwork in general is just so chock full of details and beautiful that like you just can't go wrong. This was so much fun. So yeah, as for enhancements on this canvas, I didn't do any enhancing on this canvas. I don't know when I would have even thought about enhancing, especially because this was a mystery kit. I would have had to have someone do the work for me, and I did not look into that beforehand. So no enhancing on this canvas. As for trash drills, let me pull out my little container here that I put all my trash into that I noticed. Even then, I'll be honest, I don't really put all of the trash in here. I just, if it's really noticeable and I find it annoying, I'll put it in here. This is not that bad, right? The size on this canvas, like I said, is basically a 90 by 70. This is a really not bad amount of trash. Diamond Art Club drills in general are really, really nice quality. Like even, I bought this canvas, I believe back in September of 2024? No. 2023? No. It might have been 2024. Honestly, I don't know. Oh no, it had to have been 2024. I'm pretty sure I got this in September of 2024. Their drills were good. Their drills have been good for a very, very, very long time. And so I feel like a lot of my canvases just in general have just good Diamond Art Club drills because they've really, truly mostly always been good. But anyways, very, very, very fun canvas. Let's see, let's take a look at special drills in this canvas. Well, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the drills in this canvas. Put the little cap thing here. Let me just zoom in a little bit because I want you guys to be able to see just how I organized my drills into the containers. So typically how I organize my drills is I will organize them by DMC. This kit, because it's a mystery kit, that didn't make a lot of sense. I organized this by symbol. So I started out by putting all of the numbers first, and then I did all of the letters, and I did basically, so we had 2 letter A's here. I put the capital one first, and then the lowercase, if that were a thing. All the letters here, and then I had 2 different like dot symbols, so I put the one here and the one here. I put all of the playing card symbols here, and then I had math symbols. These 3 are math symbols. I think my intention with these next two were things with pointy edges, but that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but you know. I started making things up at this point. These two were arrows, so I did those two here. These two are both squares, so I put those together because I could see that getting mixed up, and one's a brown and one's a green, so you definitely don't want to mix those up. I'm not fully sure why these two ended up here, but they did. This had a double line and this had a double dot, so in my head that worked out. These had points. This had a point. Okay, all these had pointies. So like this one has pointies coming out the top, coming out of the diagonal. This was the letter T. I don't know. Listen. I started making things up. And I don't really know what was going on down here. But listen, I recommend kitting up in terms of symbol. And however that works for you, right? What might work for me might look actually insane to you. So do what works best for you when it comes to kitting up your mystery kit. And yeah, also I forgot to mention, this kit has 53 colors and it has 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. So let me pull out all of the special drills. So the first one we had was 119, which is this really beautiful purple color. So we had this AB. Our other AB we had was 141, which is just like the quintessential white AB drill. And I'll show you guys in a minute where all of this went on the canvas because that was very tricky to do in the unboxing, or I guess nearly impossible. Then we had our first fairy dust, which is Z3856, which is this really pretty like peachy color, like light peach kind of color. Very beautiful. Then we had Z597, which really pretty like teal color. There was a lot more on this canvas than I was anticipating with this color. I put it in a small container. I thought there wouldn't be as much, but we have a good amount left over. And then, where was the last fairy dust? It was somewhere over here. Right here. Z720 is our last fairy dust. Like a really pretty orange pumpkin kind of color, which is perfect for a mystery. Nope, not for a mystery, for a Halloween kit. So those were our special drills that we had. Before I show you guys where the specials went on the canvas, I just want to point out that I felt like I had plenty extra of all the drill colors. There were a couple drill colors where I thought I was going to run out of. The letter J, I have like the smallest amount left, but there was still some left, so it's fine. I definitely was a little bit just like, oh boy, not sure if I'm gonna run out of that one. I think the letter X was another one, but actually there's quite a bit more of this one than there was the letter J, so really truly though, for the most part, never thought I was gonna run out of any colors. But let me go ahead, move this to the side and zoom this back out a little bit, and let me show you guys where some of these specials were. So that purple AB we had right off the bat, you found that a lot more toward the bottom of the painting. You had it in this guy's outfit here, the little pumpkin head kid outfit. A lot of the flowers actually had quite a bit of that, a mix of the purple and the white AB going out the grass and the flowers. This guy's outfit, or not guy, this witch's outfit had some of the purple AB in it as well. Yeah, a lot of it was found in this bottom part of the canvas, and I remember thinking like, oh, we're using this up really quickly, but then we never used it on the rest of the canvas. As for the white AB, you're gonna find this everywhere. You're gonna find it in some outfits, like down here and over here. This ghost had to have been one of my favorite features of this canvas. This ghost is outlined in the white AB, and then you're also gonna find it kind of outlining the house just a bit. In the chimney, we got a chimney here. You have some of the white AB, some of the white AB, and the chimneys over here, and all of the stars in the sky, white AB. So that's where you're gonna find that. Z597, I believe, was that teal. You found a lot of it in this house here, or this building, in these, you know, teal areas, which really pretty effect. So you found a lot of it here. You found a lot of it in the door here. And also, again, you're finding a lot of the special drills in general in the little outfits. So we have a little bit of the teal fairy dust in the outfit here. Then we have Z720, that was the pumpkin-y orange, and you would find it exactly where you would expect in all of the pumpkins. So over here in the pumpkins, you found it in these pumpkins. I get this down again. You found it in these pumpkins over here in the pumpkin little trick-or-treat bags. We found it in here, of course, in the pumpkin head. Can't forget about the pumpkin head. Found it in this pumpkin here, all of these. So in the pumpkins, oh, and in this pumpkin here, of course. And then we have that tan fairy dust, which was Z3856. The most notable spot for this one actually is in the Sleepy Hollow sign here. The word Sleepy Hollow and then this like peachy kind of outline color. You found that fairy dust in there. Where else? Where else? Where else? A little bit in this outfit in this girl. But I'm not sure where else we have that fairy dust. Do we have it? Oh, we have a little bit in the windows here of the building. We saw it a little bit in the house here and in the dog a little bit here. But really, truly, it was just, the special placement was so, so, so good. And I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that's the special placement. My recommendation, mystery kits are tricky, especially if this is your first one that you're ever doing. I recommend taking smaller sections. I did 10 by 10 centimeter sections, which is my sweet spot, until I got to the very end of the painting, but go small, start small. Definitely, you know, piece by piece, it'll eventually get done, and just take your time. It's just a really fun experience. And I know at first it'll seem overwhelming, but if you just section off in smaller sections, I promise it'll get done, and I'm hoping it's enjoyable. It really was for me. There was another point I wanted to make that it absolutely just fell out of my brain. I also, listen, for some people this works, for some people it doesn't. I did not necessarily need another whip going alongside this. I did at the beginning, did not at the end. Some people, you're going to want another work in progress while you're working on a mystery kit because, again, you're not seeing color on the canvas, so it is a little bit more brain power to work on. But for some people like me, I really enjoyed the mystery aspect, and so I didn't necessarily need another whip going on alongside it. So that's going to be a very personal preference thing, but that is the canvas at a glance. So let's take a look in my diamond painting logbook and take a look at some of the stats of the kit. Let me find the page. It is right here. Let me go ahead and zoom in so we can take a look. This is how I kind of set up my diamond painting logbook. I also totally forgot to add the date I purchased this painting, which I don't remember, so we're just going to pretend I wrote it down, but I don't know what it is. But I started this painting on September 1st, 2025. This initially was my entry for Drills and Chills, which is a community diamond painting event hosted by my friends Lindsay over at Emeralds and Fairy Lights and Katie Diamonds and Washi. But that is not how that ended up happening. I definitely did not finish this in time. I finished this canvas on December 13th, 2025. This is a square drill canvas purchased from Diamond Art Club. This had a total diamond count of 101,441 drills, 53 colors, including 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. The size on this was a 35.4 by 27.6 inch or 89.9 by 69.9 centimeter. This was my 18th canvas of the year and my 36th canvas of all time. So I've gotten a good amount of canvases done this year, and this definitely has to make the top of the list. This was so much fun to work on. I don't know. I had a ton of fun with it, and I recommend if you're on like kind of the edge of like, I don't know if I want to try a mystery kit, you totally should give one a try. I know it's overwhelming, but it really is worth it in the end, and who knows, you might end up really enjoying it, but it's also okay if you don't. So anyways, you guys, that is it for this post-review video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're not already. I'm a ton of fun and it's free to subscribe. So anyways, you guys, I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.